Okay. So my name's Stephen Brito, and I make these replica Titanic life belts. They're thick cork and canvas. They're made from one single piece of, well, two single pieces of fabric sandwiched together and sewn. And when it's sewn, I put the cork inside. Then I hand sew each side. I usually start from the top. I start from the top to the bottom. So before I stamp them, I make sure that I got the front is actually the front, because you don't want to stamp the front back and it'd be a mess. You can still hear me? Good, thank you. So I could stamp them before I put the cork in and even, before I sew everything, but I think this is the best way to do it for the way it'll look in the center, because I could judge the center, but until you put the cork in, you won't really know where and how it will look. So on this, I try not to be all crazy, but if they're skewed a little, it's okay. You don't want them to be too off. I'm sure when they made 3,500 of these, they were, stamping them and not really caring. They probably weren't inking them each time. So I like to start with the front stamp. Be backwards. And I have this glass palette, a roller, fabricate, violet. Now, you don't want to put too much on. You definitely don't want to put too little. And you don't have to use all of what you put on. You can bring it up, spread it out. You're probably not hearing this on the microphone, but it has a particular sound when it gets even, and when you're ready to apply it to the stamp. See how there's a puddle there of ink. And it's good to have a toothpick handy. That way you can pick out any dried ink. So, front, I roll it on. Even as you can. It should look just like this palette, this glass palette though. I'm going to test it. The ink sticks differently to the rubber than it does the ink that's on there, so you roll the second time. Now I'll test it again. It's pretty good. You can go long ways, short ways. So it's even. And the surface of the stamp should look, yeah, just like the palette. So I hope I don't mess up, or else there'll be a brand new life belt being made. Make sure it's not upside down. Okay. Mm, and that's normally I'll get up and I'll put soap on it, run it under water with a toothbrush, but I don't do that right now. I'll clean it really well later. This is the phosphorus stamp. That turned out pretty good. I find the front stamp needs to have a chest on first, more so than the phosphorus. Yeah. So, well, we went to a Titanic museum and I wanted to make one for my son. And I made one with just a little bit of research and it didn't turn out very well. So I did even more research and made another one for him in a smaller size and it turned out pretty good. So then I made another one for myself and then I made another and another. So I made about five before, I actually put one together for somebody else. But I wanted something to be as accurate as I could possibly make it. All right, front's done. I move on to back. Inside back. The most light belts I stamped at one time will be two at a time. I'd have two light belts here. If I'm going to be rolling ink and cleaning the stamps, I try to make it, worth my time to do. And it takes 2 days for this ink to dry. I can't just ship them out as soon as they get stamped. So I got to find a place for them in the house where they won't get disturbed. Inside back. I'm going hesitant just to stamp the first stamp on the actual life belt. I've seen the one in Liverpool, and I didn't buy that. Like a replica? They had a replica in Liverpool? Only need more ink. I should get a napkin. I'm going to stamp this one again because I just added a lot of ink to the palette. I want to make sure it looks right. It's so dark. Yeah, I'll tell you what a second stamp looks like. Because some people, they want to not so thick ink, and that can be done. I just wouldn't send you one that's been pre-stamped. I would just custom stamp it. So, here, I'll show you. So if you want one that looks like that, so I could do that. This would be better. So, but for the most part, I always do it on the first go. I know 65 days. I saw one in Liverpool. I don't know yours are as good as they got. How much did they charge you? I want these to be, as affordable as they can be. I'm not retiring on life belts. One man show, yes. I am the only one doing this. Well, I think other people might be selling these, but there are differences between them. As inside back. Worth the buy. You like yours. I'm glad you like yours. If people didn't like these, then I wouldn't be making. Press this one in. And I'll show you again. Which one do you think looks better? First stamp or second stamp? And if somebody requests stamps to be all crooked, I could definitely do that. I think I've only had like 1 or 2 people request stamps to be a certain way. This one's almost as wide as the life belt. So that's another reason why I don't do it before the cork is in, because it could definitely get skewed. Oh, quick, thank you. I can make about 1 a week. If I make more than 1 a week, I might run out of, time to work on these. The unstamped ones are actually more popular. Last stamp. Worked out pretty well. None I could just throw away. Or I can flip them over and reuse them. Hold on a second, let me go put this somewhere to dry before it gets smudged and ruined. Here we go. It was wise to move that first. We should probably start with the first one. Usually I do this at the sink over running water. I want to just soak on these before it dries in there. Working out a lot, yeah. Almost every day. Definitely have to wipe down this table before I make another life belt. So what was something I do here with this table? Scoot that back. Sometimes the small writing really gets stuck in there. Well, just buy a new stamp, I guess. Oh no. That'll be bad if it happened when I was stamping. I don't know why I fell out. Okay. So, guess I just hold that in there. That's it. If anyone has any other questions, I can answer them. I'll clean that later. I'm not sure who else might be in here, but you can always watch this later. So there's that. I might do, I think I could do like 2 more videos, maybe hand stitching it, which I might have to do for you, Martin. And maybe cutting cork. I can do that. There's really nothing proprietary in doing this. This is block printing, basically. But that's all I have. If no one else is here, other than Martin and a few others, if you have any questions, just send me a message. I pretty much reply right away. Let's say again about the table. Oh, you're welcome. Well, hopefully you found it interesting, and I don't usually take 26 minutes to stamp them. It takes me about to set up, clean up. Yeah, maybe it is about 20 some minutes. Maybe 15 minutes, but 15 hours more for a stamped one. It's a process, so I'd rather not stamp them, I guess, but it's whatever people like. So I'm willing to do it or make adjustments or do custom stamping, change the way they look and anything like that. But if you have questions, just send me a message. Thanks for watching.